Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to be here because I have a wonderful special guest for you all. So I love to make sure everybody is here. Hi, Nairobi. Hey, Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining. As you all know, I love, love, love when you all share the broadcast. So please share the broadcast. Do that right now because I have an awesome show for you all on today. And you all probably remember I had Myaann Payne on back when I was doing the career musings. It's been about a little over a year ago, probably more than that now that I think about it, but it's been a while. And I'm so excited to have her back. And we're going to chat it up about a lot of wonderful, wonderful things that she's doing and teach you all something so prevalent. Okay. But before I get to do that, for those folks who don't even know who I am, I have to do the introduction. This is Nicolette Barrett. I am your Get Hired Strategist. I am so excited to be here. And this is my live show, Job Search and Career Management Made Easy. It's all about making sure that you know how not only to get a job, but that you keep a job and manage it for your career, right? I always talking about becoming the CEO of your career, and I assist you in doing that. I'm a 4-time certified career professional. I have a certification in resume writing, LinkedIn profile branding, job search strategy, career coaching, as well as interview prep. Because what good does a resume do you if you can't even sell yourself in the interview, right? So I got the whole package, and I am so excited to help you all. As always, I tell you guys to please, please, please make sure that you sign up for my email list. And if you sign up for my email list, you can get all of the kind of information that I have going on. I just sent out a blast about this wonderful broadcast that we're going to do on today about how to prepare for a video chat from a stylist par excellence. So get on the mailing list. It's at my mailing list is right at irockresumes.com. You'll see it right there. You get a free download as well. The free download is busting the myth of resume, how many pages for a resume that you need to have. It's always the big thing. Do you need one page? Do you need two? It all depends. Download that so you know. So get on my mailing list and get that free download. All right. And also, this show is sponsored. It's hosted by iRock TV, and it is sponsored by my iRock Inner Circle. I keep telling you all about that. Where is my little banner here? iRock Inner Circle. So I want you all to join my inner circle where I would give you even more information than I do here on the lives. That's where you get a chance to get right and you'll learn even more than what I normally talk about on my lives. We go deeper. I can ask your individual questions. It is a Zoom live, and you can ask questions. You can interact with the people that are in the actual circle as well. And guess what? If you can't make it, you get the recording. So you can go back and get all of the juicy information that I share with you all and answering your individual questions. So make sure that you look at that and join that. So it's iRock Inner Circle. It's right there on my website, irockresumes.com. Did I say that? irockresumes.com. Yes, irockresumes.com. Wonderful. Okay. So before I bring on my special guest, I want to share this awesome website of hers. And I want you all to see this. And I'm going to read all about her. This is Myaann Payne. And she has a wonderful video in here. And she has, being a personal brand expert, I have the opportunity to help clients put their best face forward. And when they perform at their best, they help others to be better. I thought that was just phenomenal. Instead of doing a regular bio, I said, let me go here because I love all the information right here. So it's not, okay, my husband keep, let me see. My husband keep seeing, y'all see that Twitter right there? He's trying to get on. Well, anyway, it's not 100% about clothing, she says. It's how you feel in your outfit. There's power in knowing your look and you look your best and your performance has a direct impact. I know you all feel that way because, of course, we've been in the COVID right now. We're in pandemic. We wake up and we probably work in our pajamas, but everybody was saying, get up and get dressed so you can perform as if you're in the office. You'll be at your peak performance, right? So Maya's background created her core values. Back in the day, she says, you only get enough food stamps to last about 3 weeks. New clothes, not a chance. I made the most of my boys' cousins' hand-me-downs, clothes from Walmart, and Goodwill finds. She said in an interview, her upbringing was humble, but she learned the value of hard work and decided to design her life exactly how she wanted to and help others do the same. Helping others is her calling. Being a personal brand expert, she has a fulfilling opportunity to help clients put their best face forward. This creates a ripple effect. When a person looks their best, they are able to perform at their best, creating a fulfilled life. And then she says, I am but a part of a greater collective. To lift the spirit of your fellow human is one of the greatest things we can do. I use a combo of my intuition and talent to help change people's lives. And get this, you all, after 8 years, Myaann is a source matter expert in style. She spends about 200 hours a year in closets. And if you all look in my background, you see something going on with me, right? To 150 hours a year shopping, 300 hours a year putting outfits together. That's over 5,000 hours in the last 8 years she's dedicated to mastering the Myaan method. So I want you all to welcome and give a round of applause to Myaan Payne. Oh, see, I need some background stuff, right? Girl, what's up? Hi, Myaan. It's so good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, yes. And I'm so glad I got people joining. And this is my buddy Todd. We used to teach together down in corporate at State Farm. And he said, hi, Nicolette, just stop by to hear your voice. He said, I always look my best. And you know what? Todd is so true. Todd is a sharp dresser all the time. Hey, Todd. And we just want to say hi to everybody else. Nairobi. Thank you, Nairobi. And then we got Stephanie saying, welcome, Myaan.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie.
Yes, everybody's joining in. Thank you all so much. But now, no, Myaan, I've already given an overview and given a welcome, but I really, really want you to go ahead and talk a little bit about who you are, who you serve, and then we'll get into the end. I have some things for you, to talk about, how to find you. But give us a little bit about you.
A little bit about, wow. Do you hear me okay?
Yep, I sure do.
All right, good. I am a police wife. I am a, personal brand expert. I'm a mom. I am, I wear a lot of hats, as a lot of women do today. And where I just really feel called to serve women that, are wanting to stay current, that want to, I don't want to say keep up with the trends, but just kind of keep up with the times, like just to have a wardrobe that works for them. That's my number one. Your wardrobe has to work for you. Every single piece, it's got to have a purpose. And if it doesn't, then it's taking up precious real estate, that could either house something else or just give you some space to move around. And so I just really love to use my talent and my intuition to help people, because I really do believe that it is about the clothes. Yes, my talent is in clothing and putting outfits together and helping, my clients discover their personal brand. But if it were cooking, or if it were gardening, I think I would do the same thing. I would find a way to help people with whatever my talent was.
Well, actually, I call you the wardrobe transformation ambassador.
Okay, yes. It's on my LinkedIn. That is very true. Wardrobe, yeah. I do. I transform the wardrobe, and it's so funny because there's not been, I don't think that I've had a client yet that's like, oh, my closet's so bad. But I'm like, the worse it is when you start out, the more magic I can work, and the better the end result is going to be.
Right. And you love, and then being able to get that kind of feedback, because when I thought about that, side note, I wrote her LinkedIn profile. Anyway, when I work with you, I'm like, okay, you don't really just do that. You really transform a person's wardrobe to give them that kind of confidence in order to be their best. And if you all can see behind me, she is working with me. We're going to do another episode on this because of COVID, we're kind of on lockdown right now, but she is helping me transform a spare bedroom into a closet. Now, let me explain to you all what a closet is. It's going to be a cloth office where I'm going to do all of my iRock magic in, my iRock headquarters, and it's going to be a closet. So I let my husband have the downstairs closet. He can have all of that. And we're bringing all of my stuff up here, as you can see behind me. And I'm going to have it built out into a closet. New things all in the closet and all that kind of stuff. And behind me are all the clothes she put together for me, outfits. So all I have to do from the things I already own, the things I already own. All I have to do is pick it up and go. And in addition to that, she created a lookbook for me that I have my own little personal magazine of all my outfits I can go to. Now I can continue to brag about Myaan all day long about what she's helping me transform. And this is the second time I hired you, right? Because 2 years ago you cleaned out my closet. We did the regular closet clean.
Oh my
3 years
God,
ago?
yes. And
3
I think
years
it was
ago.
longer than that.
Yeah,
You
probably
were
so.
you were up.
Gosh, it's been quite a while. And I couldn't think of anybody better than come to help me transform this. The first person that came to my mind was Myaan. She's got to help me. So I'm so excited to have her on here today. And that's not what we're talking about today, but I just had to get that out there because I really want to, of course, thank you for all the help that you're doing, that you're giving me. And I can't wait to this, everything is shut down so we can bring the people in to finish the build out. And we're going to do the reveal and all that kind of stuff. And sooner than later, hopefully. Oh, I can't wait. Well, anyway, so let's get on to topic. So Myaan, what are your title is about video check. Give me a little bit more information about that. Then I'll get into some questions based on what you're saying.
Okay. I've taken a lot of, to fill my time. Let's be real. I've taken a bunch of free classes and, webinars and all these things. And I've seen the gamut. People, that get up and they're all on the train of get up, get dressed, just as if you were going to like real work, at the office, and they're, full glam or red carpet ready. And then I have seen some people that like their lighting is really bad.
Yeah.
They like the video is not quite right, or they're not actually on a computer or a tablet, or their phone isn't like sitting, they're like holding it, like trying to do the thing, and they're and they're looking around and it's like all over the place. And Zoom has been the platform that I've been on the most. And when you're on a Zoom call and you see all the like Brady Bunch tiles,
yeah,
if there's like one person with like barking dogs in the background and their videos all over the place, or they're like leaned on the table like this, it's kind of distracting, and then I'm like, do they feel like they really showed up to this? Like, is this how you would show up to a networking event? Because I mean, let's be honest, you're inviting your peers and people you don't even know into your house. Whereas, I wouldn't have 25 people in my little office, just to have a class, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, I really think that there might be something here. Then I was talking to a few of my friends and they were like, man, I was just struggling to get up this morning, but I'm so glad that, I put on makeup and I did my hair, because on the, the class that I taught, today, I saw that I was able to inspire other women to get up and do the same. Wow. Or, I really am so glad that, I showed up this morning and I really, I sat up straight and I had my notes at the ready. I prepared myself beforehand. And I feel like I got so much more out of this class that I took, and it's just, I know. And it falls back on just my core belief that I'm not saying you need to be red carpet ready every single day. And sometimes, if your wife is still going to work or your husband is still going to work and you're there with your kids, no, you can't be glam all the time. But, there's little things that you can do to just kind of, I don't know, boost your vibe and feel good, instead of just stogging into and some people don't even have an office. So then they're set up and all these at the kitchen table and, and so I was like, I really think that there's something here. And so I started kind of putting some feelers out like, hey, would it like be of value to you if like you took a class on how to set yourself up to attend your network, your online, I keep wanting to say happy hour, not happy hour. I'm saying, it's that time, I guess. But your meetings, your team meetings, your class that you're teaching now, because most of us are pulling our business online, and I've opened up a complete, like, my whole virtual program is completely different now than what it was on March 15th,
And that is so powerful that you're saying that, because those of us who are in corporate America, although we're like, oh yeah, we get to work from home, especially those who have not had the privilege or the comfort of working from home. But when we got home, not me, because I do, streams and lives, but even the team that I lead, they didn't know what to do. And even being able to get on a Skype call, they didn't understand how to do that. So a lot of people don't understand how to use the technology, because we're used to going into a conference room and having a meeting or what have you. And then how do you even get yourself ready? Okay, it's fun the first couple of days rolling out the bed in your pajamas and working.
But try to work for a month straight in your pajamas.
Like, oh my gosh.
Morale, like your self-esteem, everything just goes down. Because pajamas are for comfort and sleeping.
Yes.
Like, it's not to go to work in.
Not at all. And one of the my hairdresser down in Beaumont, Texas, she put a post up, and she said, well, I'm about to go do a load of pajamas for my work clothes for next week. I laughed so hard. I was like, yep, that's what people are doing, washing their pajamas, because and that's their work clothes. Right. So that is so true. And I want to ask you a couple of questions, so to kind of help my audience understand what they need to do beyond the setup, because I know you can't run out and go buy a desk. And if if you've even tried to buy a desk, a lot of them are out of stock or on back order. And just the little things that you would just think you could just go and buy, they've flown out. So some people are at their kitchen counters, they're at their tables or what have you, but how do they, actually, do with themselves? So I'm like, okay, to me, in your opinion, as a fashionista, as a personal brand expert, as a stylist who is the best stylist that I know, what are the best colors and styles to wear for video calls?
I think that usually solids are best. The kind of overall goal is to create like an environment that's, free of major distractions, but also something that enhances your features, kind of like in real life, but a little bit, it's just a little bit different on camera. So I would definitely say things that fit a little bit better, not a boxy. I saw one woman, and I'm sure it's really cute in real life. It was like this really chunky knit
in real life.
Well, it was like this chunky knit, like hoodie, like sweater thing, and it had like big grommets and ties. It just looked so like billowy, like it just looked like it was swallowing her, because on camera they say like the camera adds 10 pounds, and it's kind of true. It
really does.
You got to make sure that what you're wearing is a little bit streamlined. I'm not saying it has to be like just, body con and, body conscious and really tight, and, men wearing like a blazer that's buttoned while they're seated and all that stuff. Not that, but just something that fits a little bit better. Definitely just stick with solids.
I love that, because I remember one time you were telling me, because I was about to, when I did my Good Morning Texas, because you went with me to help me get styled all up and everything. You said, no, call me on FaceTime and show me what you're going to wear. I called you and I had all these lines and stuff like that. You were like, no, talk about that moment.
I do remember that. And it was
I thought I was going to be cute.
No, it was beautiful what you had picked out for real life. But in my, I've told you this. I worked in show business. I lived in LA for almost 5 years, and I took a lot of on camera classes, from soap operas to comedy to movies and all of those things. And, in that I had some, on the job wardrobe training. And there are certain prints, and especially pinstripes, and any fabric that is metallic or satiny it's going to grab the light. And you've probably seen it on the news. Like if a man has on like a paisley, tie or a pinstripe suit, most of the time it bounces like this.
Sure does.
There's something, I mean, I don't know, technically now I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something to do with like the light pinstripes, the dark background, and it just jumps, and it's so distracting.
Yeah.
It's so distracting.
So,
crazy,
right.
especially if you're trying to give a presentation or you're teaching a class. I mean, nobody's going to really be able to focus in on what you're saying because your like jacket is going to be screaming like this.
Oh, wow. So that I love that, because I think a lot of people don't think about what they're putting on, that how it's going to reflect on the camera. So please take note of that, you all, when you are doing a presentation, getting on your Zoom calls or what have you, make sure that you're wearing solids and not big bulky clothes, because yes, the camera will put on 10 pounds. And when I look at myself, even on the lights, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm a little chunky, but I don't think I'm that chunky. So because it looks different on the camera. We want to make sure that we're wearing the right thing. So thank you so much for saying that. So the best colors, solids and
saturated.
Yeah. So make sure that we're doing that, y'all. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's do my next question. So how should we do our hair and makeup during this time of being sheltered in place?
As for the hair, I mean, I've had my hair up in a top knot most of this whole time. I'm not going to lie. I would definitely say, as far as hair, just for men and women, make sure that it is just well kept. If you do the top knot, just do the top knot, sis. It's going to be okay. But definitely just make sure, that it's, I mean, we're not going to know if it's not washed, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, just make sure that it's kept up, that it looks nice. And then as far as makeup, of course, again, it's not completely feasible to be red carpet ready for every single video thing that you're going to be on. So this is advice that I got from one of the authors in my book, Joshua Flores. He, like, probably the second time he did my makeup. Sorry. I said, what? And Archer was 18 months. And I was like, okay. Because I used to do full glam, honey. I walked out of the house, red carpet ready every day. And I'm like, what can you give me? Like 5 minutes for a busy mom that's running out the door. And this is something that I've taken with me through all of my clients, through photo shoots, for even just makeovers and things like that. He said, start with what frames your face. So your eyebrows, and your lips. Right. So he was like, and that's when I started using the Benefit. Oh my gosh, the name is escaping me. It's in a little silver tube, and you just brush it on your eyebrows like super fast, and just a little, a neutral lip that's a couple of shades darker than your natural lip color. And he was like, that right there is gonna like revolutionize your face. He said, and then you can start moving down. So do like some mascara. And I love to wear false lashes, because for me, I put the glue on the lash and let it dry a little bit while I'm throwing on my eyebrows and my lip. And then by the time I'm done with that, then I stick on my eyelashes. And then if I have time, I grab a little bronzer on my face.
Oh,
that's about it. Today I did do an tinted moisturizer. I think tinted moisturizer first, brows and lips for sure. Throw on either a little mascara or pop on some falsies, and then like just kind of highlight you don't even have to do like a full, highlight, just a little bronzer here and down your nose. And I think that'll make your face look really fresh. Yeah.
And that's good, because again, even on camera, you don't want to be too made up and overly done anyway. No. You want to be in as much of a natural state as you possibly can, because again, it is business, and you really want to, be a part of the meeting or what have you. So thank you for saying that. I like the tip. Eyelashes. I don't wear eyelashes. I've been told my eyelashes are too curly, so I went and tried to get some of those put in or
Like
whatever, and they wouldn't take me. They said, "No, your eyelashes are too curly."
Curly.
So
Oh,
they said, "You don't need any." I'm like, "Okay,
Well,
well, whatever."
we can play with falsies next time.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Okay, I got another question for you.
Sure.
So, what's the best way to set myself up for a video call, like the background, where to sit, the lighting, or what have you?
Definitely for lighting. I mean, over and above, just make sure the light is in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you're like the window isn't behind you. The window or the door should always be in front of you. I've got to send you the link for it because I think that it's actually something that you would really get a lot of good use out of. It's called the Glam Cam Kit.
Oh.
And one of my clients and very dear friends came up with this, and she actually was backstage at the Emmys, not last year, no, year before last maybe, backstage at the Emmys in a gifting suite. And it's just incredible. I use it all the time. And it's completely portable, so you can move it around wherever. It comes with a tripod. It's got like a folding, like it's a ring light. It's got a holder for your phone. And so it's very versatile and very useful if you're in a place where you don't have any natural light. So that's a great option too. As far as background, again, just kind of keeping it pretty neutral. Not to say that you have to sit, in front of just a blank white wall,
right?
But also just, kind of keeping like the really busy things out of it, for career, professionals, but then for, entrepreneurs, make sure that your background is branded. I mean, make sure that it goes along with your brand. So I've kind of got, well, not that I can like move. I've got, like my aloe. I can't point. I would never be good on a green screen. That was
but I love the background with the shoes.
My aloe. I got my favorite high heels that I'm not wearing right now. Some books, because I love my books, my little fountain, my favorite candle, pins and stuff, my little salt lamp, so it's like a little bits of me.
Yeah. I like that you said that, little bits of you. And that's what we're creating in my space as well, because I see people that just have stuff that's not right up, different types of probably don't want to have racy type of posters up and all of this kind of craziness. No, you want to make sure that you're surrounding, and even if it's a small space, just so that it's your space and it looks good. Right. And that you want to make sure that, and it represents who you are. I love that, because a piece of you, I mean, you're on camera. We need to know who you are,
Exactly. Yeah. And then I obviously don't work in an office, but I can imagine when people go back to, office life, you're going to be looking at, Sally in accounting, like,
girl, like,
look, you had so much stuff on that wall.
Yeah.
And that light was so bad. And all your dogs were barking in your lap, everything.
Yeah.
On. Come on, Sally in accounting,
Right.
Like, and you know what? Represent yourself, because it's you. Your office is coming into your house.
Yes.
You have these people over at your house, like, on a regular, just to come over.
Yes.
And, let's just sit and chit chat. Here's my space. No.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Now,
they're
in your house.
And have you seen the news? And they were talking about it on CBS. Gail King was saying that they're getting so many inbox. All of the stars are getting inbox, the newscast, I should say, about different things in their homes. One lady said that they accused her of having the photos that she bought with the frame and told her she needed to take those out and put her real family in there. And she said, those aren't really my kids. Yeah, they were her kids. It just, they had like sixth grade and third grade. I guess it looked like it was something. Yeah, exactly. She said,
well, my
no,
photographer
those
is
aren't really
good.
my children, but they are really looking at what's going on, not in
gosh.
you and how we're just talking. They're looking beyond, because Myaan, I'll never forget when I first started doing my lives, about 4 years ago or something, 3, whatever, people were more interested in my scrapbook scissors. And that's what I was talking about. They were interested in what I was talking about, but I got so many questions about. Remember my little room in the Richardson area? You came over. That's how long it was when you came over.
Richardson, Frisco. Yes, it was Richardson. Oh my gosh.
And people were interested. I had to talk about my scrapbook habit and because I had they saw all my scrapbook stuff and everything, because my desk was, I had 2 desks. I had a desk for my iRock work, and then I had a desk for my scrapbook.
I do remember that it was a pegboard. I thought it was so cool how you had it organized.
Yeah, all the different scissors, so I could just easily pick it up. Yeah. And people were like, what is that? So I had to talk about that. So that is so true. So making sure our environment is good, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that. Love that. Let me see if I have any questions. Hey, Dr. C. Dr. C is on here. She said, yes, I agree. Our classes have transitioned, and I'm constantly telling my ladies to take their hair bonnet off. Oh, Dr. C. Oh, now Dr. C is a professor, and she teaches classes in Chicago. We went to school together at U of I. Oh my gosh, Dr. C. Oh gosh. How did they take that, Dr. C? You got to tell me about how that went. And here's Stephanie. Stephanie says, showing up plus deliver excellent presence. And I think you remember Stephanie. Stephanie is always on point. Every time I see Stephanie is dressed to the nine and looks good every time I see her. And we went, even when we were out at breakfast on a Saturday, she and her husband, and I saw her, she was still to the nines. Stephanie, you got this, girl. Let me see. And then let me see. Melissa Carter said, Jimmy Brow. That's what you were saying,
Melissa.
Thank you.
Same eyebrow stuff.
It's called and then she said it's by benefit. Okay, Gimme Brow by benefit. Ladies, go out. And so we're gonna have the hashtag. So we're giving them all of this pub, right?
Yes. I know.
Great. Oh, then she says great advice. And Nairobi, she sees what you got behind you. She said, I have the same fountain. No, right. Which way?
See, green screen was not a class. Like meteorology was not for me.
Right.
Green was a class I really did not do good. I did not do well in.
Oh, wow. Well, that is absolutely fabulous. But ladies and gentlemen, because I had Todd on here too, please make sure that you're taking these comments to heart and trying to make sure it goes beyond the lighting and the setup and all that kind of stuff, that you make sure that your presence looks good. And even with the newscaster that was on there, that he didn't realize he had his camera at a different angle. He was sitting there with just his jacket on, and then they said that he didn't have on any pants, but he said, I promise I had on shorts. So all of those things. So you really have to practice. Would you agree with that they have to practice with how the setup is before they just jump on?
Yes, absolutely. Make sure you know what it looks like. Full screen, landscape, portrait. Make sure your whole situation is situated.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, right. Making sure your situation is situated. And Nairobi says, I have a coffee table in the middle of my living room. It's my office. Yeah, because not everybody has a desk. And even, I even gave a desk away that Nadia didn't want anymore to one of my peers. And they're trying to, okay, I don't have a desk. What am I, especially for long term? We have laptops that we'll take home. And, it's okay, a day or two here. But for the long term, it's like people had to scramble around. Oh, look, Dr. C, she said they resisted initially, but when I told them it looks bad, and then the hiring process, it will be a turnoff. They now come to class dressing professionally. Very good.
Would you walk around in real life with your hair bonnet still on?
Well, some people do. But
okay, well.
Okay, yeah. And I want to tell them so bad, no, you can take it off. It's okay. Yeah, but that's good. I'm glad that, of course, resistance, because of course people get embarrassed initially. And then she said, And then Dr. C says, I too have to go the extra mile to dress like I am at school. My husband called me a bum when I just had a sweatshirt on. So now now it's dress shirt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Because I mean, it does. I mean, it was fun for a minute because oh my gosh, I can literally seriously roll out the bed and go to work. But then it becomes a drain after a while. It's like, no, I really don't want to do that. I need to do something to my hair. I need to go ahead and put on some makeup or whatever just feel better about yourself. So it is a booster to your overall mentality.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All of our routines are completely different. It's a completely different setup. And so I think everybody went through this weird, like the first 2 weeks were like, okay, this is great. I mean, and I went through the roller coaster of emotions. I'm like, wow, like, I get to do so much at home. And I made this super long list of all these things that I wanted to do in my downtime and all this stuff. And then it was like that second week, then I was like, oh, wait, I can't really go anywhere. Okay.
No.
Now what? And then I was really bummed. And then I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything. And that was like pajama week. And then I was like, okay, there's no more pajama weeks.
Right.
I got to get up and take a shower and do something for myself. Because then I sit down at the computer and be like, okay, with this long list of expectations that I set up for myself, I'm like, I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
You don't feel productive when you're just, in
loungewear,
PJs and loungewear. And and then I was like, okay, I'm going to be done with like loungewear, like clothes that I wear when I'm sick. And I started wearing, like it's not feasible either to wear a sheath dress and heels around the house,
right?
A blazer, but to throw on like what you have on, a blouse with your blazer and some comfy pants. I was wearing, even leggings with, a sleeveless top and like my denim shirt. Even though it was casual, it was the fact that I went to the closet and I thoughtfully picked out what I wanted to wear that day.
Right. So that's just phenomenal, Myaan. You have been such a great help. I want to see, do anyone have any questions out here? Great comments that we're getting in. Yes, all had to process the early weeks differently. Yeah. Now that we're looking like we're into this for the long haul step, at least for probably a couple more weeks, although we're partially opening up here in Texas. And those of you around the world, I mean, I guess it is the world. Not sure how everything is opening up. Everything is not totally open. So we're trying to figure out how, even a lot of corporations, especially one as large as that I work for, how do we re-enter back in? And then how do we do business differently? We are thinking about that only as a small business, because I know you've thought about it, hence what we're talking about today, and also how I'm trying to figure out what to do with my business in this manner. We all have to think differently on what we're about to do. And yeah, it's about balance. Get up, shower, dress, teach. I leave the office and go home, LOL, to her living room. It was so funny because those first 2 weeks I would roll out the bed. I said, okay, honey, I'm going to work. And I walk up the stairs to come to my office.
So funny.
Yeah, but yeah, those tips. Anyone have any questions while we have Myaan on? And give us some thumbs up and love and all that kind of stuff. If you're enjoying this information, please let me know if you have any questions before I let her go. And again, just to wrap up, she talked about making sure that you're wearing the right colors. Don't go on camera with a lot of stripes and busy prints and shimmers and all that kind of stuff, because it's very distracting. That's what I heard Myaan say. And then number two, as far as your makeup and hair, make it look neat as best as you can. I know we can't get to the hairdresser. I want to go and get a blowout so bad. I can do it myself, but I just haven't. And I'd rather have somebody else do it. And then, your makeup, make it, simple, but something like, I love the fact that eyebrows, how you start to frame your face. That's very good to know, and do that for yourself. And then, of course, making sure that you have your setting right, your lighting, something about you that's more relevant to you, that gives a little peek into a personality, nothing too crazy and racy that they will be looking at you like when you get back to the office, right? So we don't want that at all. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Nairobi said we are partially opening here in downstate Illinois. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And because I know we're opening partially, I think 25% here in Texas, right? Did you hear that too?
Yes, starting tomorrow.
Okay. Is your husband back at work?
Yes, he's they cut their to minimize exposure.
Yes.
He's only been working, 2 to 3 days a week, but he's going to go back to his 4 days. May, oh my gosh, second week of May.
Okay. And now her husband's a police officer. He's an essential worker. So y'all send out some good vibes and prayers and all that kind of good stuff as well. Dion is with me. Hey, Dion. She said, well done.
Aww.
Thank you. You all have to go. I don't know if your group is open, Dion. Dion is such a motivator. I just love just heartfelt motivation, really empowering for women that she does on her lives that she does or her videos that she does in her group. And it's all about women loving women. And it's an absolute wonderful group. Hey, Dion. And let me see. Dr. C says just parks and small businesses. Yeah, it looks like here too. And Dr. C, we may be partially open in 3 weeks, but school is out online all summer. Yep, because Nadia is finishing up her year online as well. Yep. So so then take these tips to heart, you all. And let me see. I want to make sure I'm getting all the comments. If we don't have any questions, okay. So Myaan, how can they find you?
You can find me on my website. It's www.myannimage.com. Did I tell you I'm teaching a class on Monday?
No. Yes.
I'm teaching a class on exactly this. I'm going into more detail on the exact things that you need to do to set yourself up. Just going into more detail on the lighting, the background, your posture, and all those things. I'm going to be going into more depth on it. So I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Send it to your.
Okay, we can post the link. So if you all want to take her course, she briefly told me about it, but I wanted to make sure that she did mention. So I'm so glad you said something to remind me about that. But make sure that you go to that link. And if you want more intense training, she will walk you through that. You have her and you can ask her all of those types of questions as well. So make sure that you're doing that. But she's it's at Myaan image. Look, she said, I love the color she is wearing with neutral backdrop. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, it looks so good, right? And is that orange that you have on?
It's orange, yes.
And I didn't know we were going to wear orange. Look.
See, I was like, that's either your red or look, great minds.
Yeah. So see, great minds think alike, right? All right, so make sure you all find her here at Myaan Image at myannimage.com. And also, she is an author. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but she authored a book, Unzipped, The Guide to Being Your Best Badass Self. Oh, they're going to give me First Lady on Amazon. You all can get it on Amazon. Yeah, they know. It's just a book. I'm just talking about the book, y'all. So it is a great guide to give you some great tips on how to dress and everything. So you can find that on Amazon.com, or you can go right on her website and the link will take you straight there. Now, one last question. What is your ideal client, your target client?
Oh, wow. My ideal woman is someone that is wanting to, she might be an empty nester or close to being an empty nester. She has tenure in her career or in her business, or she's already left corporate America to start her own business. And she wants to stay relevant, stay modern. She may have gone, she may be like about to hit like the milestone 50 birthday. And just wanting to kind of maybe not completely reinvent herself, but take everything that she's learned like in her 20s and 30s and maybe her 40s or what she's learning in her 40s and kind of turn up the heat, turn up the notch a little bit on her look so that, again, so everything in her closet has a purpose. Everything fits properly without fussing, with it. She can easily go in there and get dressed herself. Someone that wants to feel joy, walking into her closet every day instead of confusion and chaos and stress. You know, she wants to feel sexy on date night. You know, she wants to, just kind of, I don't want to say regain youth, but, you know, just she wants to feel youthful and relevant and fun.
Nairobi said, it sounds like her.
Oh.
Nairobi is in.
I'm waiting.
Yes. Yes, Nairobi. And then Maya said, she said, I take my. That's my girl. Well, Myaann, this has been an absolute joy. Thank you so very much. To all of my viewers, please make sure that you reach out to Myaann, connect with her on her website, on her social media. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook. Of course, she's on LinkedIn. Please make sure you connect with her and follow her. She always has great information to share with you all. And when Myaann said, I'm 53 and totally believe in the reinvent. Yes, indeed. She sure does. That is absolutely fabulous. So please connect with her. And to my LinkedIn people, thank you so much for joining me. At this time, LinkedIn won't allow me to pull in your comments so I can post them. So don't think I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. They don't allow me to do it. They're still in beta. So unless I'm actually solely on LinkedIn, that's the only time I'm able to see any of your comments. But I always go back and comment and make sure that I am seeing it. And I'm trying to see if I have any questions here. No crooked pictures. Oh yeah, Randy is saying no crooked pictures in the background. So they're watching too. And let me see. And Renee asked about we talked about makeup. Yep. So here we are. Oh, my team is so sweet. They were taking some of the LinkedIn comments. Okay. It's important to stay relevant and be able to be flexible in changing the world. That's for Renee. Hi, Renee. And Renee said that. And then Randy said, no crooked pictures in the background. Let me see. Is mine crooked? Okay, good. Nothing. Okay. And remind people, she said also, Randy said, remind people to look at the camera, because that's so true. Even with the interview that I did yesterday with, was it yesterday or Tuesday with Biz TV, they were so excited that I knew how to look into the camera. I said, well, I do live stream all the time. So there's not a lot of people that know how to do this. And I said, yes, I know. So there's practice for what you're offering, Myaan. So I want you all to make sure you're doing that. So if I can't see your comments, that's the only reason LinkedIn that I can't see it, but I do appreciate you joining us. And again, connect with us and share this broadcast on your page so more people can hear about it. And of course, please make sure that you're joining my email list so you can get notice when we are going live. I'm going to be promoting that more often. And again, I am going to have Myaann back when all of this is over, and then we can let people in the house to finish the build out. And we're going to do a whole spiel on just that and how it's going to be all set up and everything. But again, the lookbook is still priceless. I'm telling y'all. This has been a wonderful experience, Myaann. I so appreciate you. I appreciate your talent, and I appreciate you sharing your talent with my audience. And we're going to do it again.
Yes, we will.
Okay. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Nicolette.
Thanks. Let's see.